Hi everyone, this is Menz here, playing the Tier 5 United States Navy destroyer, the Nicholas, here on New Dawn Domination. Now, not really too concerned about the Langley, but my main issue in this match is probably going to be going up against, say, a Congo or the Murmansk there. Now, the Nicholas, it's a really fun destroyer, which is why I kept it. Ships that I don't really like, usually I end up selling. But a lot of times, if it's a fun ship, keep it even if I push past it. Now, the Nicholas has very good guns on it. It doesn't have the dual-mounted turrets like the Clemson does upgrade it. However, you still have 4 fast-firing guns that can tear apart destroyers and even cruisers. Now, as far as your torpedoes go, you do have 4 tubes with 3 torpedoes in each tube on each side, or not in each tube, but you know what I mean, in each launcher. However, range on them only 5.5 kilometers, so you kind of have to weigh your risk and reward when you're launching them, since you're going to be spotted when you're launching them, no doubt about that. But since you have 2 on each side as far as launchers go, you can get a ton of torpedoes off, and the reload on them isn't exactly long as well, so you can kind of spam torpedoes, especially around islands. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of a risk. Usually I do in domination. Early on, I try to get B for my team, since usually the easiest time to get B, aside from late on in a match if you're winning by a landslide, is right in the beginning, since usually there's only maybe a destroyer, 2 destroyers, or a cruiser wanders in and gets completely annihilated from your ships heading that way and even this way after a little bit more time, if there's ships heading up here like battleships. In any event though, usually, especially if there's nobody heading here, which I'm the only one heading here, I take a little bit of a risk and try my luck here. And I did get beat. It's most likely the Fujin that beat me there, since that's a little bit quicker than I am. So I'm gonna have to be careful, and I'm gonna want to turn right here, so I kind of get with my team over here. So I'm gonna fire off. Never mind. There's a Fujin. Alright, so he's actually gonna be leaving the cap. I am seen. Unfortunately, I don't have the perk. Tell me if I am, but I'm just gonna pop off a little bit of smoke here so I can kind of remain hidden. So it'd be nice if I'll be able to get B before he pops back into the circle. Which, those torpedo bombers are coming right at me. No point in me turning off my AA, since I'm going to get spotted regardless. Now I'll turn my AA off, since I'm running into a wall here. Alright, where are you heading? Run away! He's gotta kind of regroup a little bit, but fortunately, since I'm a destroyer, I'm gonna be able to scoot away here before he can turn back around. That was a mistake on my part, but also a little bit of a mistake on his part. I'm just gonna hug this island as close as I can here. Somehow I'm still not hit though. Pretty big surprise to me. But my entire team is still heading to sea. Like, guys, like, we need to get the center of the map or something of the map. We can't just rely on one frickin' domination point. But I'm going to pop into B just to keep things, hopefully spot it a little bit earlier for my team. That Fujin looked like he headed out there, so he's either entering here or right about here right now. Unfortunately, I don't have long-range torpedoes, so I'm going to have to kind of wait until I see him. He's definitely going to see me first, and unfortunately with the captain not having that Sixth Sense perk, I'm not going to be able to really know where exactly he's going to spot me. Alright. There he is. He must be a little bit annoyed at me. I just hope he doesn't catch me with a torpedo. Ooh, he might hear. Slam the brakes on, unfortunately. I don't think he's still in that smoke, but if he was, that would have helped me out a little bit. So I was unaware if he was actually going to fire some on me. Yeah, it looks like he might go after that Furitaka. Yep. Fortunately, I got a little stuck here again. Sometimes getting stuck on your side is a little bit too much for... Oh shit, I was like, oh god. A little bit too much for the game, and it tries to push you off like it is to me right now. And I'm probably just making it worse, but I should be able to get off here now. Sorry for that. You know, unbeaching destroyers is really fun to watch. He's gonna swing out here. He has fired some torpedoes. I'm gonna swing back hard right. should have saved my torpedoes for a cruiser, but got a little bit too antsy with trying to kill my arch nemesis here. Fortunately for me, I'm gonna be reloaded here in a second. I should be able to score a little bit of a hit here. My AA, but really nobody's focusing on me too much. This Fujin isn't really shooting at me, so I don't really care at this point. It hasn't gotten me in too much trouble. Almost there. He had his rudder or engine or something taken out here. So he's most likely going to hide in the smoke. I'm pretty sure there's still a battleship in A, unless for whatever reason it sunk, which it did not. Yeah, that hurt a bit. I probably should have respected his battleshipiness a little bit more. Yeah, that was my fault. I should have hung hard right behind that island, but I thought about that way too late and I had to commit to running away. So yeah, a little unfortunate there, but that guy, he's a little bit too proud with destroying me. Like, he's a pretty much full HP battleship with 7 minutes remaining in a match, and his team is pretty far behind. Not that our battleships are doing too much right now, but at least they got back into the fight. But in grand scheme of things, a little bit of a mistake on my part. Pushing, didn't know that the Wyoming. I should have A, kept my torpedoes, and B, I probably should have attacked him a little bit harder, since he wouldn't have been able to swing his main guns before I could torpedo him with all 4 torpedo launchers. In any event, though, hopping into the Gremmy here, another Tier 5 destroyer, kind of opposite end of the Nicholas, though. It has very good guns. Like the Nicholas, it has a larger caliber, though, at 130 millimeters. However, turret traverse is very low compared to the Nicholas, so while they do more damage and have a flatter shell arc, can't really out. And the torpedoes on this, you have less of them. However, they do reach out to 8 kilometers, and they also do a little bit more damage as well. So really, 2 different ships completely. The Nicholas, I was very confident with weaving in and out and kind of skirmishing with people. This is more of a you can kill things, but really to keep your turrets on your targets, you can't weave in and out a lot. So if you have a lot of people shooting at you, you're going to be taking a lot of damage. But with those 8 kilometer torpedoes, you can really surprise some people at times.
General quarters.
I'm actually going to try my luck, at least in the beginning. We'll see where my destroyers head up. Hopefully they don't try to enter here. Usually you always find destroyers in the beginning, kind of looping around here. Oh, we have to fling some torpedoes down. You don't want to do that. You just want to kind of flank some torpedoes down this way, hopefully reload before there, but you don't want to actually enter here. It's just a killing field in the first minute. But it looks like our mine Kazi is going to try his luck. It's like sometimes you get lucky. More often than not, you end up either hitting nothing and get destroyed or nothing at all. But sometimes you can get a lucky hit, but that's a very small sometimes. In any event, though, everyone's going to head up here like usual. I don't know why everyone heads up here from this side, but I'm going to stick down here and hopefully help out my Wyoming here. But fortunately for me, that guy did not head down here, so I can actually pop a couple torpedoes off here. More often than not, their destroyers are going to be heading in from that left point, and they're going to be wrapping around to the right point. So that's why I fired mine at the right point, since hopefully I'm going to be catching them on their way out. Since I'm definitely not going to catch any if they're heading straight in right now, because they'll be gone by the time my torpedoes reach there. Really, it's just, yeah, torpedoes cost money, blah, 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 but I might as well just chuck some there. If I get lucky, yay for me and yay for my team. But really, I'd rather spend a little bit of credits and potentially hit something than not hit something and kind of be like shit if they spot, like, say 5 ships here just heading right in front of where I would have shot them. In any event, though, got to be concerned about things going around this point at me here. So right when I'm going to get kind of close to where I might see something, I'm going to pull back and hopefully if there is a destroyer here, I'm easily dodge their torpedoes, but I'll be able to actually hit them pretty effectively with my guns. But you never want to go around a point blindly. Even in a destroyer, if you have torpedoes, if you think there's a chance there's going to be another destroyer there. But now that I have a little bit of a wiggle room here, I can kind of start to straighten out, which they might have not sent anybody down here, to be honest. For whatever reason, the south side gets very little love on this map. I particularly don't mind going down to the side as long as I'm in a ship that I don't have to worry about. Say if I'm in an Arkansas beta, I wouldn't head down here because you almost get no help and you're very slow. And if there's any carriers, say goodbye to your ship, because good luck trying to get a carrier at this tier to help you at fighters. Oh, you want my help right now? I'll help you by sending my fighter over here and then trying to help you before you get torpedo bombed to death. Any event, though, the whole team went north. Not too surprising, but I'm gonna hold on to my torpedoes for now. Saying that, I can pop my smoke off since that Wyoming is going to spot this Clemson for me. like I knocked his engine out. Can't get too greedy here. Oh shit. Didn't want to hit it at that angle. Just really want to knock out something. Gotta kill him before he gets a ton of torpedoes off him. But he's a goner now. Unfortunately, though, he got some torpedoes off, so I gotta be a little careful here. Yep, there's two. A little bit of insurance policy with the torpedoes. I probably didn't need to shoot them, honestly, looking at his HP now. And my engine's out, and I have 36 seconds. I probably am not going to make it out of this, unless I'm really lucky here. So I probably could try to stay hidden, but I thought he would have tried to shoot me at this point. Back on track here. Hopefully he stays on that heading and I can get a couple torpedo hits there. And now he's shooting. Doesn't look like he turned yet though, which is good for me. Ah, god damn it, never mind. I spoke a little bit too soon there. Shit. Kind of wasted those torpedoes to begin with, but I thought he was going to turn the other direction, but it really doesn't look like he knows where he's going to turn now. I'm definitely failing on the torpedo department this match, but fortunately the guns are making up for it a little bit. Oops, that's not going to work there. I get myself in a little bit of trouble here. Fortunately for me, I'm going to be able to... I'm hoping I can just kind of skirt right by here. His guns aren't... God damn it. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Let's say his guns weren't pointing at this side. His main guns, at least. So, hopefully going to be able to beat these other torpedoes to him. Never know though. We might actually win. Really, with that other destroyer ahead of me, I'm not going to be able to torpedo him, so I'm just going to keep on this little line here and hope I can keep setting fires and doing a little bit of HE damage to get something in. It's not that bad of a game. 128 hits, 3 torpedo hits, 4 citadels, 3 destroyed ships, and a devastating strike, of course. Experience-wise, easily the most of my team. 1,678 experience. Next up was 955 with the Wyoming. Yeah, I don't think that's the guy who was with me, but it might have been. In any event, though, damage-wise, gonna be a little bit of math here in my head, but as far as most of my damage goes, as you see, even though I got that huge strike on that Myogi with torpedoes, I'm just trying to tally up the damage here on my phone here. I easily surpassed that with the amount of shells I ended up hitting, which I got a little bit lucky with a lot of the ships not being able to hit me, and I wasn't really trying to dodge that well, and mainly keeping my turrets on there. Once I saw people weren't either focusing on me or able to hit me, you might as well just keep shooting at them and kind of roll the dice. Now, I ended up doing 89,737 damage, which not too bad for a tier 5 destroyer. Over half of that was with my shells, and mainly with HE, but as you see, 21 AP hits, you do a crap ton of damage against some weaker cruisers. Usually I don't use AP against other destroyers, but sometimes it makes sense if you're landing a lot of hits. You do get more damage off over time against them using AP. Some tiers, I like using it against lower tiers like that Tenryu. However, Omaha's, Phoenixes, you can do a crap ton of damage with AP against them. But in any event, pretty good match there in the Gremy. It's a premium ship, but it's not for sale since it was a pre-order ship, probably the best pre-order ship. It's definitely not The Sims. In any event, though, thanks for watching. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe on YouTube here. And also, you can support me here on YouTube, upper right-hand corner, fan funding. Otherwise, check out my websites, menzgaming.com, and also wattguru.com. Thanks for watching.